True Believers, your old pal, Spider-Man. Hey Kadre, it's KJ here. Today we're going to continue on with the test of my Lisa's Natural Herb Creation soaps and the Karve razor. Today we're going to be using smoked black tea. The scent notes on this one are bergamot, lemon, orange, black tea leaves, jasmine, white cedar, amber, musk, amberette, or musk amberette, olibanum, patchouli, benzoin, oud, and cade. So, same thing as with the Doc Holliday. It's got citrus notes right at the top, but I don't smell them. I don't think I'm getting any citrus off of this. The first thing that I smell is like the amber kind of notes, and maybe the tea. I mean, really, that's about all that I'm getting specifically is amber, maybe a little bit of musk or patchouli, maybe some cade. There's some smokiness there, but I don't get any brightness from the citrus notes. I don't know, they're hidden or something. So we're gonna lather this up and see if it opens up. This doesn't seem to want to load perfectly with a dryer brush, so I just put a little bit of water on the puck so I could load a little more. And I will say that right before I'm using these soaps, both today and yesterday, I did pull off a sample. So I always say that to say that I did scrape off the top layer. So I was using fresh soap. I mean, I realize these are brand new soaps, freshly poured. So any notes shouldn't have pulled off the top, but I am using freshly opened up soap. So any notes that I'm smelling should be pretty accurate to what's inside the soap. Yesterday, I mean, this soap does take a lot of water. Maybe not a lot, but more than maybe average soaps do. But I think maybe on my second pass yesterday, I pushed it a little too far and it got too watery. And it probably would have taken it if maybe I was bull lathering it and had more time to incorporate it in. But being that I'm face lathering, I don't think it incorporated the soap enough, or the water enough. The soap does have a pretty good face feel. Not quite as good as what I've experienced from grooming department or Jeeves, which as far as just face feel of the lather itself are my two top soaps. But the lather does feel really good. I think we're just about there. I'm just gonna add a little bit more water. Alright, and continuing on today with the Karve. Now, I will say that before I get this wet, I dig the finish on this, just the plain brass finish, but I don't know if you can see, I can't hold it right. There's a lot of soap residue on this, both on the cap and on the base and on the handle. So keeping this thing clean is probably a chore. So I went a little bit slower yesterday, just testing in a new razor. It was mild enough that I don't think I'm going to be worried about cutting myself, so I'm going to speed it up. Plenty of blade feel, so it still feels like I need to be a little cautious. And again, even with this lather on my face, the residual slickness isn't there. Like, I couldn't do another pass right now. It's not slick enough to do a pass right here. Let me see if I add a little bit of water. So it comes back once you add the water, but still it's not. I mean, I could do another pass right now, but I don't know if it's quite slick enough to do a full pass. So for me, it's really bottoming out with residual slickness. It's just kind of average. Nowhere near like Sterling or Mystic Water levels of residual slickness. I still don't get any citrus, none. Maybe getting a bit more smokiness, maybe from the Cade. It hasn't really changed that much. It's not a bad scent. Just the same as my impressions with the Bach Holiday. It's flat. Like, with everything that's in it, I just expected to have more scent in it. This is like one reason that I don't like buying soaps blindly based off of scent notes alone, because when I read it, I'm like, yeah, I like every single thing that's in there, so it should be amazing. But then when I actually get it and smell it, like, you don't know how the notes are gonna play with each other. Like, you don't know, okay, these notes are just gonna get buried and disappear. And I really prefer simple scents. Just like probably 4 or less notes going on, because then you know what's going to happen. I prefer 2. Someone tells you it's coconut and sandalwood, and you get it, and you smell coconut and sandalwood, well, you knew exactly what to expect. But when you got a list of 10 things in there, I don't know how it's possible for you to smell all 10. And I don't think that the result is, well, it's not what I'm looking for in a scent. Now it matches the name. I mean, if you didn't give me a list of scent notes and you just said, hey, this is smoked black tea, and I smell it, that's what I smell. I smell smokiness, I smell tea, I smell amber. So it is, I got a little teeny cut, because I'm talking and not really paying attention to my shape. So it is what it is per the name. I don't see the point of having all those other scent notes in there if they are just going to disappear. So it is a smoked black tea. That's what it smells like. So from that aspect, definitely not false advertising. That's what it is. So I'm gonna try. I added a little bit of water. I'm gonna try to do a quick touch-up pass and check the residual slickness again. But so it is a smoked black tea scent, as I said. It's very light. This is scent of strength is like a 1 out of 5. It's not bright. It's not presenting itself out there. Like, you gotta search for it. And even off of the lather, yeah, it's already drying up. So it could be a little bit stronger. Same formula, just a little bit stronger, but I wish it was brighter. Like, to me, it's a flat scent. It just needs to be, I don't know, something just needs to be a little bit brighter. Maybe the tea needs to be more present, or maybe like the jasmine or the patchouli or the bergamot, something needs to be just a little bit more present. Either that, or like I said, just maybe if it was just a stronger scent and wasn't so weak, then it would be better. Because I keep repeating myself, but it really, it is what it is. It's smoked black tea. That's pretty much what I smell. It's so weak. I'm not getting any of that weird off-putting scent note that I had in the Doc Holliday, but that was only coming up every now and then. So I think I pretty much summed up everything that I need to say about the soap. The Poche feel is pretty good. I mean, it's really good, but not quite as good as my favorite, which is Mystic Water. But it's definitely, it's definitely not drying out. So Poche feel is definitely a plus for this soap. For me, it's just the residual slickness isn't where I want it to be. I don't know, I feel like the lather's kind of watery. It doesn't feel very thick. Felt decent enough during the shave, but what I'm pulling off, it's nice and gel-like. This could be a little bit more cushiony. I'm getting smoke. I mean, perfectly smells like smoked black tea. So if that's what you want, that's what you get. I don't know. I don't see the point in having all that other stuff in there if it just is going to disappear. But overall, pretty good performer for the soap. It's tier 1 for sure. But I don't personally consider that to be an elite soap. Now tier 1, just performance based, not scent based at all. For me, if I were to throw scent into it, which I'd probably kick it down to a tier 2. But I'm just talking about performance. So the Karve, did get a little cut here. Shave quality is average, about what I get with everything else. Comfort is lower, just because of the blade feel. I'm not a fan of having a lot of blade feel. This is the C plate. I've also got the D plate. So I don't know, I'll decide later. I might go with the C one more time or try the D, but I've got a feeling I'm not gonna like the D. And probably a B might be where I would prefer to be with the Karve. Initially, I would say that now having used the Timeless, the Rockwell, and the Karve, I think my favorite was the Rockwell. If I were to buy one, that would probably be the one I would buy. Now, we'll say just a quick little thing. For those of you who were watching what I was doing with the Timeless, that was the Timeless open comb. I found it horribly aggressive, uncomfortable. I got used to it, but I wouldn't want to shave with it again. Nurse Dave was able to use the scalloped head and the open comb head, and he found that the scalloped head was more mild than the open comb. And I know Chad uses the smooth comb or smooth bar, not the scalloped. And he thought it was crazy because I said that the Timeless was too aggressive. So I think that bar has a huge impact on the shave. And so I'm curious about trying the smooth bar at some point, just to see if it is much more mild, because Chad uses it all the time and he swears by it, and so I think that might be where it's at for me, just because I don't like aggressive razors, and that open comb was just way too aggressive. So anyways, I am going to wrap this up. Check us out on www.theshavingcadre.com. I'm Spider, and we'll see you guys on the forums.